Namaste yogis, I'm Jo Welch from Ananda Yoga, and I've got a short sequence here of basic yoga postures, which is a practice you can use anytime. So start from seated or from standing. Let's spend a couple of moments just gathering our thoughts, coming into ourselves. So focus on what's in contact with the ground, whether that's your feet or your sitting bones. Lengthen up from there, out through the crown of the head. Drop the shoulders back and down and breathe. Eyes can be soft focused down at the floor or lightly closed. How does the breath feel? It tells us a lot about how the body is, how the mind is today. See if you can gradually take a more conscious control over the breath. Starting to deepen the inhales, letting the belly swell. Lengthening the exhales as everything softens and relaxes. You can continue this as long as you wish. And when you're ready, from a standing posture, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, let's reach them up to the sky. Exhale, sweep them down to your sides. One more time like that. Inhale, reaching up. You can look up if the neck is good. Exhale, hands come down to the hips. Just the left hand goes up on the inhale and over on the exhale. 3 more breaths, so you can start gently with this. Each exhale, let the left hips float out a little more to the side, pressing down through the feet, lengthening up through the body. That left arm stays over the top ear. Last time. Exhaling, inhale upright. Exhale the hand back to the hip, and then the right hand goes up on the inhale. Come over on the exhale. Gently to start with, gradually deepening. Use the breath. Each time we come out of the posture, we revisit it and see if our edge has maybe moved a little further, not forcing. Make this the last time. Exhale the hand down. Sweep them both up. And exhale down through the center into a forward fold. Touch the ground, bend the knees. Lift the hands to the shins. Lengthen out through the spine, the crown of the head, and then exhale, bow down into a forward fold once more. Head down, hips up, and again. Inhale, exhale to fold. Step it back now. Your right foot comes into a lunge. The left knee stays over that front ankle. Lift the heart. You can drop the back knee down if you want to, and then pushing into the hands, step back, either to down dog or coming to kneeling. Pedal through the feet if you're in downward facing dog. Bend both knees, lift the hips to the sky. Press into the hands, lengthen through the back, heels come down towards the floor. Push back through the thighs, through the shins, melt the heart. Everybody coming to kneeling, lift the tailbone, lift the head for cow pose, round the back, cat stretch, and sink back into child. Rise up to kneeling, let the hips come through to the floor, and you're in cobra pose. Lower down on an exhale, and you can work in cobra or bring your hands forward for sphinx as you prefer. Each inhale lifts you up, each exhale releases and relaxes you down. So we're opening up the front body, trying to keep length in the lumbar spine. Stretch out through the toes, the crown of the head. This time lifting back to kneeling and into down dog if you wish. That right foot is going to come back and then swing the knee forward into a lunge. You can still have that back knee on the floor if you prefer. Spin the back foot down, press in through the front foot and lift up with that knee still bent into warrior two. If that doesn't happen for you, Then from lunge, step into forward fold, roll or rise up, and then turn to the side and come into the pose. So we're all together in Warrior Two, feeling strong, feeling focused, moving from here into triangle. Inhale, lengthen, straighten the leg. Exhale, reach forward, then down. Hand can come to a block or the shin, top hand to the hip, or if you wish, it can then reach up to the sky. Lengthen across the heart. Soften again on the exhale if you want to bend the front knee or the top elbow, and then reach out on the inhale. One more time, breathing into your triangle. And then exhale, hands down, frame the front foot, turn back into a lunge. Take a breath there. Knee can be dropped down if you prefer. And then step it forward. Forward fold. Press down through the feet, lift up. Exhale the hands to the heart. Take a breath here before we do the other side. When you're ready, inhale, rising up. Exhale, folding down. Half rise, inhale, lengthen the spine. Hips up, head down, bow. Left foot steps back this time into a lunge. You decide whether to drop that back knee or keep it lifted. Can you brighten the pose? Lift the chest forward. Push back through that back knee if it's on the floor, or through the back heel if it's lifted. And wherever you are, scissor those thighs together. Energize the posture. And then press back into down dog, or you're in kneeling. From here, come to a version of plank. So you might float forward into plank, or if you're in kneeling, you're bringing your weight forward with the knees on the floor, or you can drop your knees to half plank, but keep those core muscles engaged. You can always bring hands down to a version of Sphinx if you don't want the weight in the wrists here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, 2 breaths in your Sphinx or in Cobra. Find that length. Draw the shoulder blades down and back. This time you're lifting back through kneeling or straight through to downward facing dog. The left foot is lifting, swinging forwards. Come into lunge. Spin the back foot down, press through the feet. Rise into your warrior. Otherwise you're rolling up and taking a turn, coming into your warrior pose your own way. Once we're all together in warrior and feeling strong and grounded, we can inhale, straighten that leg, dip the hips, reach forward, come down, triangle. Decide where your top hand wants to be. Maybe it's on the hip, maybe it's on the leg, maybe it's like an antenna reaching up to the universe. Maybe you're flowing, maybe you bend the front knee, maybe you don't. One last breath in triangle, big inhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. You're back in your lunge posture, step it forward, forward fold. Press down, rise up on an inhale, hands to the heart on the exhale. Come into Tadasana or mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths there, absorb the practice, check in with your energy. You can always close your eyes when you're in stillness in yoga. Ready for our tree pose here. Press down into the left foot. Tiptoes on the right foot. Hands can be down at the sides or to the heart, and when you're ready, that right foot lifts onto the leg. Might be the calf, might be the thigh. Take 4 deep breaths here. See if you can lengthen up through the crown of the head. Don't lock that standing knee. Keep a little softness behind the knee. Concentrate the gaze, your dristi. Last breath here. Placing the foot on the floor. Shift the weight. Press down through those feet onto your tiptoes, left toes. And then lifting the foot wherever it's comfortably going to stay on your leg. Press the sole of the foot into the leg back into the foot. 4 deep breaths here. And if you find you want to stay in tree pose longer, then stay on one foot for both sides whilst I teach it, and then either pause the video or you can replay that bit for the other side. So you can stay twice as long, counting 8 breaths instead of 4. We count the exhales. Lengthen up on the inhale, soften that knee, work those muscles on the exhale. Taking the knee out to the side. When you've completed your 4 breaths, use the exhale to bring the foot down mindfully. Try not to fall out of your tree pose. Wobbles are part of it, but if you fall out of it, you've lost that sense of engagement in the practice. Let's inhale, rising up. Exhale, folding forwards. Bending the knees, coming down to the ground. Staff pose with the legs outstretched. You can sit on a block or a cushion if that's more comfortable for you as we take a twist. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, turning to your left, right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwinding a little. You can make this as deep or as gentle as your body allows. Twists are great for detoxifying, purifying, getting the digestive system working. Last breath. Inhale through the middle, other side, left hand forward, right hand back. Every inhale is an opportunity to get length between the vertebrae. Twist from the tummy, then the chest, then the shoulders, head goes round last. Unwind, again length, and then spiraling up through the spine. Last time. Breathe and twist. Inhale through the center. Exhale, hands come down. Ease yourself down onto the mat to lying. Hug the knees in over the chest. Can have a little rock from side to side or circle the knees. Massage the lumbar spine, whatever feels good to stretch out after those twists. Drop the feet to the floor. Stretch the legs out and decide whether they're going to stay there for Shavasana, toes dropping away to each side, or whether it's best for your lumbar spine to bend the knees, keep the feet flat on the floor. Turn the palms up to the sky, a little bit of space around the body. Allow the eyes to close gently. Take a few mindful breaths. Inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Soften the tongue, the jaw, the face, the shoulders, the hips, the limbs, the fingers and toes. This is the time in our practice where we integrate the postures. Our mind and body soak in what they've learnt. We allow the body to come to stillness. You can stay here as long as you wish. Pause the video or count 4 more long, slow exhales. And when you're ready, use the inhales to bring life back into the physical body, wiggling fingers and toes, having a stretch or a yawn, perhaps taking your knees over the chest once more, rolling onto your side. Gently pressing yourself back up to a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart, take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, take a bow to yourself, to your practice. Namaste.